Picture this. You have just bought a new mystery game where you play as a detective who is trying to figure out who murdered the famous Professor Bennett. You're really excited to jump in and uncover the truth. The main character arrives at the crime scene and you start interrogating the witnesses. And that is when you realize that this game is not what you thought it was going to be.
Do you get along with your children?
First of all, I just want you to know that I am a mother. Just as a mother is to her children, I am to them.
So I have really been wanting to make a video on a cheesy, goofy mystery game. I was doing some research and one game in particular kept popping up over and over again. Nathan Morgan Dilemma. So I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. And yeah, I definitely got what I was looking for. This mystery makes no sense. The evidence you collect does not point to the true culprit at all, and the characters are so weird. They do not speak like normal people.
What is your profession?
I'm unemployed. I'm developing game as a hobby.
So their voices are obviously AI, which is a no-no, bad, please don't do that. But aside from that, I think that the dialogue in this game was run through Google Translate a few times because it doesn't make any sense.
I don't think I'm contented quite. I'm employed hard labor.
This game is so confusing and weird, and I am utterly fascinated by it. So today, I'm going to take you through the story of Nathan Morgan Dilemma, so you can also experience this nonsensical investigation. But first, the disclaimer. Please do not take this video as a serious review. In these videos, I focus more on the story rather than the gameplay, as that is what is most interesting to me. So if you're looking for someone to go really in depth on the gameplay and things like that, this is not the video for you. Also, please do not take this video as me hating on this game. We're just here to poke fun and have fun. Okay, disclaimer over. Let's solve this very bizarre murder case. So the game begins with some backstory. We're told that Professor James Bennett has been murdered in his home, and Nathan Morgan is on the case.
Hello.
A murder.
What?
That
When did it happen?
it was around 3 o'clock.
Okay. I will be there.
That
Okay. No one should touch anything until I come.
That was the most normal human reaction I have ever witnessed. There was nothing weird about that at all. Nathan gets in his car, and it was at this point that I noticed he kind of looks like Victor Sullivan from Uncharted, which is also funny because Nathan Morgan is Nathan Drake's real name. Whether this was inspiration or a coincidence, I have no idea. But as a side note, I would really love to make a video on the Uncharted games someday. I think that would be really fun. Would you guys like to see that? Because I really want to make that video. Anyway, Nathan arrives at the scene of the crime, the Bennett home, which is this huge fancy mansion. He has another very normal human conversation with the sheriff before entering the house.
When has the murder been committed?
According to the Giving report, it has been committed at about 1 a.m. yesterday.
Where is the judicial report?
Report? There you are. I have it.
Oh, we are in for a ride with this one. He looks at the Giving report and learns that James was shot to death. Then he enters the crime house and starts looking for clues. But the problem is that over half of the clues that Nathan takes in as evidence have nothing to do with the crime. A valuable necklace, glasses, high heel shoes, tissues. None of these have anything to do with the murder. They do not point to the killer at all. These are just normal things people have in their house, and Nathan is like, yep, this is a clue. At one point, he takes a knife as evidence because it's a dangerous weapon. But if you remember from the Giving report, James was shot to death. There were no knife wounds. There is nothing to suggest that this knife was used in the crime. So why are you taking it as evidence, Nathan? I'm starting to think that he just wants this stuff for himself, so he's collecting it as evidence. Aside from collecting clues that aren't really clues, Nathan interrogates everyone who lives on the Bennett property because he thinks that one of them is the culprit. The first person he talks to is Alicia, the family's maid.
Are you contented with your work?
I don't think I'm contented quite. I'm employed hard labor.
Something is dilemma I can't see. Both she complains about her job and she stays in the same place. I need to find out the reason.
Nathan, I think that most people are working jobs that they don't love, but they stay because they need the money. Usually, making a career change isn't the easiest thing to do. I'm not sure why he finds this suspicious. Next, he speaks with one of James's kids, Bradley.
Did you argue with your parents recently?
No, matey, I don't argue so with them.
Did you just call me matey? I really shouldn't be hung up on this because everyone in this game talks weird, but really? Matey? Anyway, all Nathan really learns from Bradley is that his sister Rose argues with her parents a lot, so he goes to talk to her to find out why.
Where were you at the time of incident?
I was in my room, speaking with my boyfriend.
So what? Was your boyfriend here?
There's no need for him to be here to make me an orgasm.
What? Rose goes on to say that her parents aren't really fond of her boyfriend.
Do your parents know him?
Yes, nobody loves him. They call him badass, but I love him so much.
Why do they regard him as a badass?
because he has a weird lifestyle.
Then she lets Nathan in on a little secret. Alicia, the maid, is sleeping with Bradley. The drama! Now Nathan talks to James's wife and the mother of the family, Amy.
Do you get along with your children?
First of all, I just want you to know that I am a mother. Just as a mother is to her children, I am to them.
So you're a mom. You just said a whole lot of words to say that you're a mom. Also, that's not the question he asked you. She mentions that she recently saw James arguing with the gardener, Richard.
No, but I heard that Richard, highly charged, argued with James. I suspect of him as hell. I don't know. I am so confused, Detective.
What argue? I wonder about what.
My thoughts exactly, Nathan. He also asks Amy about Rose's badass boyfriend.
Her fucking badass boyfriend changed her into money grubbing. Her father wasn't giving money to her by reason of that bastard.
I'm sorry, it just kills me that they only refer to him as the badass boyfriend. Nathan heads outside and talks to the youngest of the Bennett children, Thomas.
Where were you at the time of incident?
Not know.
Did the death of your father not get you down?
Yeah, I have no one I can sleep together anymore.
This boy is not normal as hell.
This boy is not normal as hell? What? I mean, yeah, I guess he's not normal as hell, but the other characters have said far weirder things than that. Why didn't you call any of them not normal as hell? After that, Nathan talks to the final person living on the Bennett property, Richard the gardener. He stays in a little shack just outside the main house.
Now that you were awake, did you not see the murderer?
Unfortunately, yes, sir, I saw nothing.
It strikes me that Guy is a suspicious character.
Fascinating insight, Nathan. This is why you're paid the big bucks. He brings up that Amy saw Richard arguing with James earlier, but he insists that never happened. Back inside, Nathan decides to investigate Thomas's room and find some things that are not normal as hell. Like a horror comic, some medication used to prevent mental health issues, a very disturbing picture he drew that says, "Kill, kill, kill," and weirdest of all, this picture of him. Seriously, why does he have this weird picture of himself standing in front of a blank background with his arms stretched out like that? It's kind of creepy. He questions everyone about the picture Thomas drew, but he only gets useful information from Richard. He says that Thomas kills the family pets and buries them in the backyard. If Thomas isn't the culprit of this case, he is for sure going to grow up to become a serial killer. After that, he decides to ask Thomas himself about all of this.
Did you draw this picture?
Why are you messing around with my pictures?
Here we talk about this fucking picture.
Whoa there, Nathan. I know he's not normal as hell, but that doesn't mean you can swear at the kid. Moving on from Thomas, Nathan decides to look more into one of the other Bennett kids, Rose. He finds her diary where she says that she hates her family and she vows to kill them the first opportunity she gets. And now we have another Bennett kid that wants to commit murder. This family needs some serious therapy. Nathan confronts Rose about what he found.
I have found a diary within attic. There is your name with huge letters on it. You have mentioned how much you hate your parents. Are you kidding me?
Oh, well, yeah. Yes, I could have written that. What's that got to do with this situation?
I will deal with you later.
Well, you can only do that if she's the killer, Nathan. Otherwise, you really can't do anything to her. No matter how much you dislike her and her badass boyfriend. Later on, Nathan finds a gun laying on the ground outside the shack Richard lives in. But that's also the spot where Thomas buried the dead animals that he kills. Richard says that the gun belongs to James. It's usually locked up in his safe, and only someone who knows the combination could get to it. Then he asks Thomas about it.
Have you ever used this damn handgun before?
My brother never lets me use this handgun. He says he needs it.
Ha ha ha. What does he need this gun for?
He said me that he hunts the bad guys outdoors.
Yeah, I really don't like this kid. Also, that is now the third and final Bennett kid with murderous tendencies. Nathan asks Bradley about the whole hunting bad guys thing, but he's evasive.
So, you hunt the bad guys, huh?
The bad guys? Matey, what are you on?
I talked to Thomas. Stop denying it. I know you hear of the handgun.
Hey, stop. I can explain this to you. I need to protect myself when I deal, you know. Are you looking for someone to ask this question? Go ask Rose this question as well.
Fine, I'll go ask Rose.
Who said you that? It must be that fool Bradley. Don't you understand what he's up to? He is trying to fling mud to me. Stupid.
Okay, that got us nowhere. Nathan finds the safe that Richard says the gun was stored in. All that's left inside is a love letter to Amy with A+J written on the front. And that is all the clues you can get. The characters won't give you any new information, there is no more evidence. You now have to decide who the culprit is. And there are a lot of suspicious people in this house, so this is not going to be easy. And now I would like to ask everyone watching who you think killed James. Was it the maid who was having an affair with Bradley? Was it Richard, who was arguing with James and the gun was found outside of his shack? Was it Rose, who isn't getting along with her family and threatened to kill them? Was it her badass boyfriend, who her parents hate? Was it Bradley, who goes out to hunt the bad guys? Was it not normal as hell Thomas, who drew the suspicious picture and killed the family pets? Or was it Amy, who raised 3 kids with murderous tendencies? Do you have your guess? Is your answer locked in? Okay, so the killer is none of them. That's right, none of these people killed James. So that means that the true culprit is the sheriff from the start of the game. I mean, obviously, how could you not figure that out? It turns out that the sheriff was having an affair with Amy. The love letter in the safe with A+J on it didn't stand for Amy and James. It stood for Amy and John. He killed James out of jealousy. Now, if you're thinking that this makes no sense, you would be right. How did the sheriff know the combination of the safe to get the gun? Did Amy know it? I mean, she probably did since the love letter she got from the sheriff was in there, but why would she put the evidence of her cheating in her husband's safe where he could easily find it? And if she told the sheriff the combination, does that mean she was in on the murder? Or did the sheriff figure out the combination some other way? And how is anyone supposed to figure this mystery out? The only piece of evidence that points to the sheriff is the letter. And everyone is going to assume the J stands for James, not John. All the other evidence points to the other characters, but they didn't do it. So really, all the other evidence means nothing. It's pointless. Only the letter matters. I am so confused, but whatever. I guess Sheriff John did it, and Nathan decides to confront him in the middle of nowhere all alone, because that's a great idea. Right before he confronts him, Nathan gets a call confirming that the sheriff's fingerprints were on the gun. It was the last and second piece of evidence that he needed.
A gun has your fingerprints on it. You are under arrest.
What? Oh, shit.
No, Nathan! The game ends with some text telling us that Nathan and the sheriff shot each other at the same time. The sheriff was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead, but Nathan wasn't even there when the police arrived. He's been missing ever since. So Nathan ran off and went into hiding for some reason? Why? I mean, at least he's not dead. Maybe that means we're going to get more Nathan Morgan adventures in the future. And that does it for Nathan Morgan Dilemma. So I enjoyed this game for all the wrong reasons. It made no sense, and that made it extremely entertaining to me. Everything the characters said was nonsensical, the clues were all pointless, and the answer to the mystery came out of left field. This game truly was not normal as hell. I guess let this be your lesson to not use AI in your games, because this is what you're gonna end up with. If there ever is a Nathan Morgan Dilemma 2, I would love for it to be AI free. Let these writers loose without AI. I want to see what their minds come up with, because I am fascinated. Have any of you heard of this game before? Were you able to figure out who the culprit was? Because I definitely did not see it coming. If there are other mystery games that are goofy and silly and maybe have a little bit more structure than this one, let me know in the comments below. I would love to make a video on it. Also, let me know if there are other games you'd like me to make a video on. I do actually take all of your suggestions into consideration, okay? I've got a list going. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to see more content from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
I'm unemployed. I'm developing game as a hobby.